Well known are the tales of the heroes that started their journey in Nestoria, those that went to fight the Prophet Duan. But we start with the tales of another group of intrepid heroes. They move southeast across the Tasmetra Basin, over the Shattered Channel, past the Rubble Hills, and into a mining town known as Low Mortal, where a group of adventurers, or at least adventurers to be, live out their lives in slavery and solitude. Perhaps slavery is too harsh a term, for as the laws of the land of Texas state, no individual of sentience shall ever be fully owned by another. However, an individual known as Lord Albertine, the ruler of Texas, made it very clear that the operations of Sun Gnome Mining, a leading provider of the rare and very useful metal known as seer, need not call those that he has working, or that they have working in their employ, slaves, because they're not. They receive a stipend. They receive payment for their work. Now, of course, they also receive things such as medical treatment, food, clothing, shelter. And this adds to a burden that every individual and low mortal has, resting squarely on their shoulders. For you see, the individuals of low mortal are those that took out loans from Sun Gnome, or at least their forebears did. And when times became rough and they were unable to pay the exorbitant amount of money that was accrued at interest in their payments, when they could not make good on the money borrowed, a small little bit in their contract said if they were unable to pay, they agreed to work off their debts. And of course, this is a possibility. Of course, it's placed at a lofty height, dizzying heights, one might say. For all their expenses, their food, shelter, medical treatment, clothing, everything is taken out from their pay, leaving them with only meager amounts. And all of these amenities add to their annual debt, a vicious cycle that will never be truly broken. For over 80 years, Sun Gnome Mining has been able to continue this business practice without any hope for those born into this situation of ever leaving. If you bear a family within Low Mortal, you may receive a bit of a bonus, but at the same time, your descendants inherit your debt if you haven't paid it off at the time of your demise. And those born in Low Mortal, of course, accrue new debt, as from the moment they're born, they're under Sun Gnome's thumb, so to speak, as their births racked up a considerable bill. And their schooling, education, their welfare adds to this. And so any individual that lives in this mining town is left to suffer through it. We start with each of the characters introducing themselves. A very brief description, who they are, what they're about. And we will start with an individual of a rather scaly persuasion.
I suppose that's me then. Uh, I'm Hasmi Blackscale. I'm a Saurian, as you might have surmised. Um, I've been mining here for a good, well, I'd say 10, 20 years. I've been working as soon as I've been able to, trying to get as much money from my family as possible, see if we can get those debts paid off. My family is mostly me, my little sis, Pop, Ma. Uh, I do have a grandpa somewhere, but he's not doing too great right now. Um, I try to get around when I can, but I don't have much time. I'm doing overtime, trying to get rid of all this money. Well,
Very nice, Hazmi. We'll move on next to a speckled and freckled individual.
I would assume that's me.
It is.
My name is Illyrial Lavenor, and I am a bard, so to say. I play with my family in the local taverns. We put on plays and sometimes just entertain with music. We've been living here for quite a while, given our long lifespans. My family is composed of myself, my brother, my parents, and quite a few aunts and uncles, including my grandmother, who was the first person to come to Low Mortal. We've all pretty much learned how to entertain people from her, and she likes to tell stories to the local children.
Thank you. We move on next to someone of a rather shorter persuasion, somebody who, well, sometimes has to simply stand on a box just to be able to look you in the eye.
I resent that. I'm
true, ain't it?
I'm Saffron. I'm called the Panacea because when I'm not doing my job, which is selling jewels and things that come from the mines to travelers who come through, I heal, and I heal, of course, without connection to the medical doctors provided by our beneficiaries, who we're indebted to, so people can receive really simple treatments from me without incurring any more debt. But there's still a lot I can't do. I'm still trying to learn. I'm a mage, so I feel a strong connection to the earth, and I I have family living here, but they got me into the situation, so I broke ties with them a while back. I still talk to my dad. He works in the mines, but I'm not on good terms with the rest of my family.
What a tragic, tragic story. These three individuals know each other. It's hard to live in Lone Mortal without knowing one another, or at least the various different families and clans. Suffice it to say, not much goes on in this place that goes unnoticed. When new travelers arrive, coming through, maybe to buy a bit of seer ingots, maybe to sell some wares to a already disenfranchised and hard up individuals. You can make a very nice penny when you have a market cornered and you're bringing trinkets, odds and ends, and other nice luxury items from outside, a place that some of them have never seen but only heard of. Low Mortal travels daily with the mining carts heading off back towards Kexus to where they are refined. And the workers are only left behind to wonder what's out there. What would it be like not to live in this sorry state? The long 12-hour day shift is coming to a close as our very good friend Hazmi is coming out from the mine. The bits of sear dust already coating his scaly shoulders. Other miners walk on either sides of him, dwarves, orcs, human, elves alike, making their way out, many of them losing some of those features that make them stand out in other parts of the world. The elves that work the mines are not quite as graceful, but more burly and strong, resembling more orcish in nature. The orcs themselves, they look like orcs, as do the dwarves. The dwarves and the orcs are hardy folk, they look the same. As Hazmi makes his way towards a tavern, a man of small stature brushes past him with a strong arm. "Aye, be getting out of my way, scaleback."
Uh, what do you want? End of the day.
This little short-statured dwarf goes by the name of Hemley, a stout fellow, big belly, but known to be something of a powerhouse. In the impromptu breaks and little sessions of time between carts of ore being taken upwards, Himley is known to be a champion of the small fighting rings that break out underneath. And he usually gets what he wants when he wants it. And Hemley has probably been, well, probably more than a few times roughed up Mr. Blackscale. Bare-handed, bare-fisted, bare-knuckled. So as Mr. Blackscale brings a sore word, or perhaps not so sore, but in his mind a sore word, he turns around, he raises a fist. "Are you looking for trouble, lad? Because I can give it to you, right here, right now."
Nah, I'm not looking for that. I just want to rest, hour, go to sleep.
Of course you do, you weak little bastard. You don't have a strong back on a constitution like the rest of us hardy folk do. Always slacking and falling behind.
Oi, oi, I'm in there more often than you are. What are you saying I'm slacking off for?
I seem to think that my workloads speak for themselves, and he points to a mining cart. A mining cart that you know are filled up with individuals that like to stay close to him. People that maybe do work for him in place of having a certain level of protection from the man known as the Ironbeard. "Looks like I have 3 times the haul that you do today, and that seems to be a going trend. I think you're slacking down there and making the rest of us look bad."
Well, think you what you want. I'm getting paid by the hour, not what you're doing over there. I don't even know.
Aye, doing good work, and that's why the porters and the foreman love me. Nah, wasted breath on someone like you, you lazy slouch. Then he makes his way up to the tavern, leaving the young Saurian behind.
Well, I guess I'll still go in, but hopefully Just not where he's going.
When you enter the tavern, it's business as usual. The gathering places for all to come, all to enjoy a bit of watered down swill they call ale. It's not exactly good, but it does have a bit of a bite to it. And if you drink enough of it, you can certainly get yourself to the point where you can forget your lot in life. And of course, the elven entertainment trope is apparently rumored to be heading through tonight, as opposed to working their ways north to some of the small little clearings where some of the more spiritual folk gather to have their drinks under starlight. But you don't need any of that. You're a warrior. You're a laborer. You don't need that. You can enjoy yourself just as fine in a smoke-filled, stuffy tavern. And of course, here are the gambling tables.
Well, that's mighty nice, but I'm just gonna get some water, sit down in a corner, see what kind of entertainment's going on.
All right. As we continue on, we go to another side of town, a place where the tradesmen make their wares, those that are able to get some of the semi-precious stones out of the ore, what's left over at least after the foremen have had their way with the ore, and given the chaff back to those that actually live and work within Low Mortal. We come to a jeweler, working diligently on a new piece, scrounged together by a whole almost 2 months worth of gathering the raw materials to smelt down the impure gold into something that can actually be fashioned into a chain and a setting for a rather lovely gem found some 6 months ago. A gem that shimmered with almost a rainbow luminescence, and something you're pretty sure that if the foreman had seen you grab hold of, they probably would have taken it from you.
I'm humming to myself as I work. I'm looking around at the day, just kind of winding down, giving a friendly smile to those who pass by.
Alright. It is the typical workday. Some of the traveling merchants have made their way through, as they do about this time every month on their various runs. Most of them picking up scrap pieces of seer ingots, something that they can fashion and work into their own wares, something that they can use and maybe pawn off or try and pass off as high-grade seer ore. But any bit of seer is always better than none. As you work throughout the day, as you tap away at your jewelry settings, you notice that there are a few more outsiders than normal. Seems to be an abundance of them, actually. Elves and humans, mostly. A few Saurians here and there. And most of them look to be a little more than just your average, let's say, traveling merchants. You notice that some of them are a little better armed than others. It's not unheard of to hear of adventurers coming through, but it's rare to see them in this number.
Can I call over one of the warriors that I see, whoever's closest, whoever looks really well armed?
Why don't you roll me a communication test?
Okay. So that's I get plus. Do I get a +1 to persuasion, or is this just communication?
Let's see, Lily. Communication. It's whatever your communication modifier is your plus.
Okay, so no persuasion.
Not really. You're trying to get somebody's attention rather than persuade them.
Okay, so I got a 10 and plus 1 is 11.
All right. It takes a minute as you try first, sort of being a bit passive, and you look and try and catch someone's eye, but they don't seem to be too interested in a halfling at this point. After a minute or two, you notice that an individual raises a brow, and she makes her way over. She's not anyone you've ever seen before. She's an extremely fair-skinned elf. A eye patch over what looks to be a scarred eye. And she's dressed in some rather expensive-looking armor. And she carries what looks to be an even more expensive holdout blaster, very prominently displayed on her hip. It hangs there. She comes up with a bit of a cigarette in her mouth, and she crouches down at your stall, putting one foot up on the edge of it, and she scans you.
Good day, ma'am. You're not often we get adventurers in these parts. I'm sure you have many wonderful fireside tales.
What exactly makes you think that I'm an adventurer?
You look the part. You're very well dressed. Everyone here can barely afford rags.
Astute enough, but that doesn't make me an adventurer. If every well-dressed person were an adventurer, I'd think that Texas would be a much more lively place than it actually is.
All right. Well, what about that scar? Surely there's a story behind that.
Roll me a perception test.
Okay. Let's see. Perception plus 1. Okay. That's math. That's 10, because that's 8. Yeah, 11.
10 with 4 stud points, but not enough. She just seems to nod. That's true. I suppose it is kind of a dead giveaway. So, what can I do for you?
Well, surely someone as adventurous as yourself would like to display your conquests, proof of your conquests. And I am the finest jeweler here.
Really?
Yes, I've been working on something very special. It's taken me quite a while to finish, and the foreman might not like me to tell you this, but it's very valuable. I'm going to pull out the nice chain that I've been working on, and it's nice and polished, and I'm going to display it behind my little desk thing.
That's an interesting little bit of gold work there. But gold is not exactly special, little one.
Well, look at the gem that's inlaid in it.
And she'll look at the gem, and she'll cock her head to one side before actually bringing her foot off the edge of your stall, and she'll step inside of it, and she'll crouch down, and she'll hold out her hand. Can I get a closer look at that?
Well, of course, someone as well-traveled as yourself would realize how precious this stone truly is.
This is true. She's still holding her hand out.
Oh, I'm going to extend my hand to her so that with the jewel in it, so that she can take a closer look.
She'll reach up and she'll tentatively try to pull it from your hand. She's not snatching it away, but she wants to hold it herself.
Can I do an empathy roll to see her intention?
Yeah, give me another perception test, and I believe you have a focus in empathy?
No, or at least not on my sheet.
Okay.
It's just a +1.
Okay.
Not very good. That's 9. No, I'm wrong.
Totally see this roguish person. Roguish person seems 100% trustworthy.
Alright, so since she seems so trustworthy to me, I'm going to tentatively hand over the stone.
She'll take the stone and she'll place her other hand up to her eye patch and she'll open it up. And what you see underneath is it's hard to really describe. In place of an eye socket, it almost looks like there are an inline set of teeth and a completely dark pupil with inside those teeth.
Oh, goodness.
It definitely looks like something has been grafted on there. And make me a willpower save.
Alright. So I think I have +1. Yeah, I've got +1. Not good.
Oh,
Really bad.
Oh, but you have 3 stump points.
Yeah.
This could possibly be one of the most frightening things you've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm going to yelp and jump back because I'm a meek little halfling.
She'll look up with
Yes.
kind of a toothy grin as she effortlessly takes the cigarette between her lips and moves it from the side with the good eye, the blue eye, all the way over to the other side, and sort of enshrouding this abominable eye with a bit of smoke. And she grins as she holds the gem. And the eye, it never blinks, but you notice, even though it doesn't have a pupil, it seems to be staring right through your very being as if it were looking directly into your soul.
So with that eye, is that to inspect the gem with, or are you looking at me with this eye?
You can't tell that I'm looking at the gem.
Not really. I've never seen anyone quite like that before.
There's probably a lot of things you haven't seen. It seems like you're young enough to have been born here. And she holds the gem up to the light. And you can make me one more perception test as she's looking at it to see if you catch anything.
Okay, maybe this will be better. Okay, that's triple.
Oh, it's triples.
Is that good?
It's not a 666. Lily.
Yeah, I know, but
I know,
it's
but triples in general are still pretty cool.
so
Hey,
that's
it's a
10.
triple.
+1 is 10. And 3
You know what?
seconds.
Because it's a triple, I'll give you a little something. You notice that her brow raises ever so slightly, as if though she's appraised it and might be slightly interested.
All right. I was going to put that on my shelves tomorrow for 20 gold, but since you're here early, I might give you a special offer.
She flips the eye patch down. 20 gold. That's not a bad price, I suppose. Although it really looks like maybe there's at most 5 gold pieces in this actual setting and chain. And I think that I could go to your foreman and the guards and probably tell them that you have this wonderful piece. And
Do I have
probably get
any-
about 25, maybe 30 gold pieces for letting them know that there's a little freeloader in their midst.
Do I have
come
any?
on.
Do I have any nicer chains that I can offer to switch out the gem with? Like offer to place the gem in a different chain that are nicer?
Fake dice. Hey, what do you know?
Hey, yay!
Nice.
Oh,
you
well.
do. You do. However, it is a gem, or not it's a chain that you're wearing around your neck.
Ooh.
A bit of a
Okay.
pendant that was given to you by your grandmother.
Oh, well, I'll give 2 shits about my grandmother. Awesome. So I'm going to look at her and I'm going to say, well, since you drive such a hard bargain, I could be convinced to inlay the gem in a bit of a nicer chain, and I'm going to kind of pull back my cloak and show her the chain that's around my neck.
She'll look at the chain. No, that's not necessary, but I'm not paying you 20 gold for this. When
All
most
right.
of your wares, and she kind of looks around your little stall. most of your wares are barely breaking 50 silver pieces, at least by outsider standards. So
What
I'll
are
tell you
the
what I'll do. I'll tell you
what,
what I'll do. As much as I would love to get about 30 gold pieces by turning you in, I'll give you 10 gold pieces for this.
oh, well, I was very attached to that. Do you think with my very hungry family you could maybe pass for 15?
Hmm. How about 9 silver pieces? Or
What are
9 gold pieces. Sorry, 9 gold pieces. And she'll actually hold out the 10 she was going to give you.
All right, I'm going to accept her offer.
She'll drop the 10 gold pieces in your hand, which is the equivalent of 1,000 silver pieces.
Okay.
That's a huge amount of money for you.
Mhm.
Yeah, damn, girl.
And she'll take it and she'll tuck it into a pocket inside her very nice leather vest that sort of hangs down. You happen to have a name, little one?
Oh yes, I'm going to give her my nickname. I'm called the Panacea around here. If you're ever back in town, be sure to stop by.
Nacia, huh? I go by, just call me Ricky.
Hey, well, very nice to meet you. I hope you enjoy your stay in our little town.
Seems things are shaping up. And she'll stand up and sort of pat you on the head before walking out, and she seems to have a bit of a pep to her step. We go on to somebody else who's making their way down the street, making their way towards a tavern, making their way to where an event is being planned for the evening.
That would be me.
That would be you.
Yes, I know. Okay, so I'm probably surrounded by almost all of my family. Grandma's getting a bit up there, so she's probably still at home or with the people that we just left. But it's like it's like a crowd of let's how many aunts and uncles do I have? At least like 7 people at least.
Okay. You make your way down the street. And people know you're a traveling band. You're one of a few tropes that are very well respected in the community of Low Mortal. People do usually pack the taverns to see any of the performers, and you and about 3 other groups are usually wall-to-wall performances. One group is only 5 people strong, but they really bring the house down, and they're probably more favored than you. You're probably number 3 in the entirety of maybe a total of 7 or 8 performing tropes. The other 2 that are a little bit more in demand than you have never rubbed it in your face. They all consider each other a part of a community. And as you're walking past, a member of that leading trope, the Mist Dancers, the one of 5.
Did you say Mist Dancers?
Yes.
Okay.
A Saurian by the name of Lex. Lex is, he's known as kind of a womanizer, but he's never really thought ill of. He's never been a dirty bastard. It's just, he has a certain gift. Women seem to flock to him. And for many a
Is this who I
year...
think it is?
No.
Okay. Okay.
For many a year, he has obviously made advances at you, but they're fairly playful. in nature. So he's never been a creep. He's always been very friendly, and he is currently standing outside of the tavern, the performer entrance, and he's got a pipe in between his lips, and he's puffing away using a small handheld torch to actually light the product inside, which has this very aromatic smell to it, almost like a fruity smell. Something that his trope is somehow able to get a hold of, even though they never leave Low Mortal. They have their connections. And honestly, you've seen him perform. He probably makes you look like a rank amateur at times.
Probably. But when I see him, I'm gonna do that, we grab their forearm, that kind of handshake.
Mm-hmm.
Say, hey there, handsome.
Lex just kind of smirks down at you, and in his normal, very smooth...
Wait, how tall is he?
He's probably close to 7 feet.
Oh, he's
Okay,
taller than you.
so I'm like a foot shorter than him.
Yeah. He'll take the wrist or the forearm and give you kind of a squeeze, and he'll say in his very placid and very even, smooth tone, "Evening, Ellie.
How you been?
Not terrible. More work. Getting ever closer to the day when I can finally kiss this place goodbye, and me and the other Mistwalkers can start actually walking the mist rather than claiming we have."
Make sure to save a kiss for me.
Oh, you charming little thing, you. So what do you have planned for this evening? More of the same? Something new? A bit of both?
Something old but new to hear.
I don't know if I'm going to stay then. Gotten so bored recently. I might head into sort of the high town area, thinking about smooching around with all those lovely, lovely adventurer ladies.
Well, aren't you a fun one?
Well, I have to say I haven't had any complaints yet.
That's what you say.
Well, maybe someday when you actually have the pleasure, you can make a comment on it. And he'll pat Elio on the head. Until that day, I'm sorry, dear Ellie. Don't presume to know anything about my love life.
Lily, I'm not going to roll seduction. Oh, you weirdo. Okay, she's just gonna walk into the tavern with her posse after that.
Break a leg up there.
Oh, you know I will.
And he'll place his pipe back in his mouth, and he'll stick his hands into his pockets and start making his way north to the high town, sort of to leave this low town area behind. All right, you make your way in, and you can see that the place is already pretty packed. The gambling tables are filled with people right now. Some of the adventurers are already trying to test their luck against these destitute miners who, for some reason, always seem to have money to spare. The truth is that they can always dip into a credit line and increase their debt, or maybe win it off. Always limited, though, of course. And it's about a good 45 minutes to an hour before you really need to start preparing. And your family seems to be taking good care of the actual stage itself. So, I don't know, you could mingle around with the crowd if you wanted to.
Well, is this the main tavern, the one that we work at like the most?
It's the only major tavern. There are small other little shacks, but they don't have the ability to support the performing arts, let's say.
Okay. So she's gonna kind of greet the bartender in a very familiar way, like, "Hey, Susan, how's it going?"
The bartender is a gangled little Saurian. Gangled Saurian who wears a headdress on his head. He's sort of hunched over at the haunches. He looks a little bit more bestial than the other Saurians, and his name is Dex.
Okay.
And he hammers his hands together as he looks at the crowd. Oh, Ellie, it's going to be a good night tonight. I can feel it. I can feel it in me bones. It's going to be a lot of money floating around, and Dex is going to make a killing. Ellie, you know that Dex does not have to be here. He's one of the few indentured servants who paid off his debt. And
So
yet
he just stays around for the atmosphere?
He seems to have a cornered market, and he knows that he will never have to worry about money if he stays here. If he were to leave, there might be a huge war between the smaller tavern owners to see who could take his spot. But as long as he stays here, he's sitting pretty, and he makes actually a pretty good living.
Nice. Well, I'm actually going to go around to the tables and kind of flirt/goad some of the
Well,
out-of-towners.
before you make it away, Dex will reach out and kind of grab you by the forearm.
Okay.
His long claws kind of poking into the soft skin of your bicep. Hey, you see them over there? And he points over to one of the tables where some adventurers have sat down. And they're playing with some of the miners. They look like they might start trouble. I suggest you stay away from them. I already decided no more drinks for them unless they are good-natured.
Dex, you know me. I could take care of them if you want.
No, these adventurers. I hear tales of them. They are from far across the Shattered Channel. Dex think they might be trouble. They might be looking for something.
Thanks for the warning. And she's gonna, give him a very, friendly hug, because they know each other fairly well. And then she is going to go off, avoiding them, but go off and flirt and goad people to kind of bet more.
Mm-hmm. Well, while you are making your way through, you come across a laborer you know, by the name of Hasmi.
Ooh. Hey there, Hasmi. You need anything?
I'm doing pretty fine right now.
Only
Got
got
me a
water.
Yeah?
Okay.
What about it?
Well, most people come in here for alcoholic beverages.
Not me. Costs money.
True.
I'm just here to rest an hour, maybe two if I'm feeling pretty nice. Sorry, just got out of the mind. Gotta head off to bed pretty soon too. So.
Are you gonna stay for the show?
I might. Who's
See you
on?
then.
You guys?
What were you saying?
I was asking if it was you this time or if it was someone else.
No, the Miss Dancers aren't here tonight. Just me and my family.
You guys do put on a pretty nice show.
Well, we're better than the other 5 troops.
I'd say, yeah, probably top 2 at least.
That's being a little bit generous. I definitely know that the Miss Dancers are quite a bit better than us.
I said top 2, didn't I?
Yeah, true. And of this, she's gonna just kind of wave, or not wave, but do the whole two-handed wave, and then go back to goading and flirting.
That's fun. I toss up a hand as you leave.
It's about this time that Saffron, it's beyond closing time. Your stall's been closed, and you have your lockbox tucked away, and in your kit. No reason to stay around. It's time to go get yourself a drink.
All right, awesome. I'm gonna go to the tavern because I remember Ellie saying that she might be her troupe might be showing tonight.
Best of friends.
Saffron, as you're walking down the road towards the tavern, you notice that tall drink of a water of a Saurian. Lex walking by.
Oh, does he see me, or does he just like look over my small head? Can I jump up and say, "Hey, Lex, how you doing?"
Well, Saffron, roll me a fate dice.
Oh gosh. Oh, this could turn out very badly. Yeah, but turned out very badly.
Saffron, you have the biggest, like, full-on believer crush on
Dude,
Lex.
I'm a lesbian.
Well, you know, he is very effeminate. If you ever were gonna go that way.
Okay, gotcha. This is like a guy crush thing.
Yeah. It's like I would go straight for him.
I have a best friend crush on him. I want to be his friend so badly.
Yeah, that works too. He is a cult of personality all on his own. And if you're not attracted to him, you definitely want to be in his social circle. You know that he is generous, kind, and he is he's just someone to aspire to be like.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump around and wave my hand like, Lex, hi, how you been, buddy?
He'll look down at you, kind of perplexed. Oh, hi.
Oh, Saffron.
That's right, Saffron. I never forget a face.
We met backstage after you performed last week. You were amazing.
Oh, that's right. And he'll crouch down on one knee, so he's only halfway towering over you.
So, when you performing next? Do you think I could come see you?
I think we might be performing in a couple of weeks down at the tavern again. Although I have heard some rumors that the foreman might actually be springing to build a small amphitheater.
Ooh, I bet he's gonna ask you to perform, isn't he?
Well, that's kind of the idea. I mean, he does seem to like us, and, you know, the fact that the amphitheater is made by a considerable amount of you folk willing to increase your debts means that I would be obviously honor-bound to perform for you guys.
Oh, well, I am so excited for you. That's so great. Can I see you later? I'm actually on the way to the tavern, but are you doing anything this week?
Unfortunately, there's a lot of practicing to do, and I do want to get to know some of these traveling minstrels that are coming through with some of the adventurers. Might be able to pick up a few new bits of sheet music.
Oh, well, if you're in town, be sure to stop by my jewel shop. We can have a nice chat.
Yeah, you keep telling me that I should come by, and I always like to support the local arts.
All right, well, I will see you soon. I've got to catch this show. It was so good to see you.
He'll give you a wink and pat you on the head and stand back up and tower over you.
I'm used to it.
Yeah, and he, again, kind of blows a puff of smoke through his nostrils and makes his way up towards Hightown.
I'm going to kind of sigh, and then I'm going, he's so cool, and then I'm going to go back to the tavern.
Alright. So, you come into the tavern, and already there is a bit of boisterous, as now that the three of you are actually in there, Ellie, Hasmi, Saffron, you start to hear a little bit of a commotion as one of the gambling tables is in a bit of a uproar. It's not necessarily anything that looks like trouble yet, but you can hear that people are kind of all gathering around and they're whispering, and there's a slow murmur as one of the miners, that dwarven fellow, Himley, is sitting there, and you see an individual sitting across from him. An individual who is obviously an adventurer by his attire. He's sitting there, and they're playing a game where people bet on the odds of winning. And you're watching this go on, and there seems to be quite a bit of commotion, because the rules of this game are fairly interesting. You see, the way that you win is obviously by getting yourself into a certain set statistical outcome. And you bet whether you're going to be higher or lower. And of course, if you manage to land directly on the number, you win a little bit more in the way of money. However, if you manage to land 7 exact hits every 3 rounds, you win the house pot. The house pot is comprised of bettors who either don't hit directly on the number for each hand, or those that fold out. And currently, the dwarf and this man are sitting there, seemingly locked in battle as they begin to bet. Again, and another hand is dealt.
Okay, so I'm going to see Hasmi, and I'm going to see that something's about to happen. And I know him in passing. My dad knows him, so he's kind of a family friend. So I'm just going to go over there because he's a lot stronger than me and can probably survive a lot longer than I can in a brawl. I'm going to go over and ask him if the seat next to him is taken.
This seat? No, that one's been open. Open for probably since I sat here.
Oh, perfect. I'm just going to sit here a while until this commotion quiets down.
Sure. You're that. What's his name? He's one of the other miners, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're dad.
Yeah. His name is good question. His name is Jaslyn.
Jaslyn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that guy. He's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, how's your day been?
Same as usual, I guess. I've been mining good 12 hours. Hopefully the rest of my family's awake when I get back. I'd like to see them all awake at once. It's been a little while.
What about these new adventurers? Have you had a chance to talk with them? A lot of them came through the marketplace today.
Nah, I've been down in the mines. I haven't seen them till today. Or now, I guess.
I wonder what they're here for.
Could be anything. Maybe a sheen. I don't tend to talk with the outsiders, so I don't really know.
Hey, have you seen Ellie? She's performing, right? Is she already backstage?
I saw her a little bit ago. She should be backstage, I guess, since she was talking to me about how she was about to perform tonight.
Ooh, I hope she can settle the crowd.
That'd be nice. It's much too loud for me right now.
And speaking of just too loud, you hear the boisterous sound of Hemley Ironbeard smacking his hands on the table and standing up on his stool. Ah, you see, I cannot be beat. Again, you Outlander, you come in here and try and overtake me, and that's another right on the money. I'm up 3 jackpots to you. In fact, I'm feeling so empowered right now, I bet you I could beat you with a proxy. I'm telling you right now. And he looks around, and he points to Himley. That lad right there, I bet you he could beat you.
Oh shit.
And you can tell that Hemley has had quite a bit too much to drink, as he is speaking
He
your
was
praises.
drinking water, wasn't he?
No, Hemley.
Yeah, it's not
Oh
me.
yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah.
Hemley seems to be smiling at you, Hasme.
Why is that?
And he comes over and he kind of grabs you at the arm. Come on, lad. We're going to bond a little bit. You're going to help me beat the pants off this old man over there.
Do I get anything out of it, or is this just for your fun?
Oh, of course you get something out of it. You get to be part of me old entourage.
I stand up on a barrel and say, kick his ass as me.
Okay, I guess it's just quieter if I follow you, so...
And he'll lead you over to the table, and the gentleman that's sitting there is a human male. He's kind of got that salt and pepper look going on with his hair and beard, and he's sort of leaning over the table slightly, sitting in the stool with his elbows propped up on the edge of the table itself, and his hands resting on his thumbs as his fingers are just up over his lips. And the dealer, an automated dealer, a machine like a droid, is sitting there. And he'll look at Hasme and he'll say, Mr. Blackscale, may I deal you in this round?
Yes, you rightly may.
Would you be liking a line of credit from Sundome today?
I believe Hemley is paying for me.
I am paying for this young lad. He can have half of my winnings. But now you look at me, Scaleback. Don't go losing all of it on the first turn, or I'm going to be very upset with you.
I'll do my best, but you should know by now I'm not gambling most of my nights.
Good a time as any besides this man can't gamble worth of nothing.
You're right. You're right, man.
And the man just sits there and seems to take it all in stride. And he sits and he just watches you all, and he has a smirk on his face. He closes his eyes and he nods. Seems they're just beating the pants off me tonight. I'm beating the pants right off you. Now, everybody dear in. And at this point, on your little view screen in front of you, Hasme, you see little protectors raise up so no one can see your little screen. And the little percentage numbers start appearing. And they go through this random sort of almost slot machine type roll until the little holograms give you a 12, a 16, a 3, an 8, and a 5. And it's kind of set up where the 16, the 8, and the 3 are all in one line. And then to the left of it is a 12, and to the right of it is the 5. And you look at the table, which has all these little holograms that dance around and sort of flare it up. And you watch as the spinner begins, and it sets on a... It sets on an 18 to start with.
Does that mean he wins?
No, that's just the base, the starting point.
Oh, okay. I'm standing right behind him, cheering him on. I don't know the rules of the game, though.
The machine sits there, and its little lights on its face blink. The starting percentage is 18. Gentlemen, please place your bets. And currently you are working with 75 silver pieces in a little display on your little HUD there, Hasme.
Mm-hmm.
We will start the betting at 20 silver pieces.
Guess I'll just put in the base 20.
Alright. So you do the minimum bet. Hemley puts forward a good 50, and the man puts in 30. And that little bit of... And the little total on the center screen comes up to 100 silver pieces. And it flashes until it locks in. And the little spinner in the center goes and rolls. And you now have a choice, Hemley. You can bet on a 12, an 8, a 16, a 5, or a 3.
I'm Hasmi, by the way.
Or Hosmi, I'm sorry.
I'll go with the 12, I think.
Alright.
Sorry.
Each of the individuals locks in their bet, and the little indicator light comes on when you make yours, going from a red to a green, and everyone else does as well. It lands on an 18 again, which doubles the pot. So the pot goes up to an SP, and you now have the option of betting more, sticking with your current number, or getting a new number.
I'm thinking... I'm still feeling the 16.
16? Okay. Little spinner begins again. Are you going to increase your bet? Hasmi and the man do the same. They seem to
I'm
increase
still
their...
Hasmi, by the way.
Hemley.
The name sounds so familiar.
I know, and I really wrote down the
Used
name
for a
before I
right
even got your
reason.
character sheets. I looked at it, I was like, damn it.
Sorry.
So they will double their bets over and add another another 80.
I'll add just a mere 10 more.
All right. So that brings the pot to 290. A 15. Your light goes off, Hasmi.
Mm-hmm.
And you watch as your indicator goes from, let's see, you had 75 to start with, you bet 20, and then 10. So you're at 45. Your counter goes up to 335 silver pieces.
Oh, wait, this is good enough for you, Hemley, or?
No, I haven't even gotten started yet.
Mm.
The little readout clears out, and the dealer asks, "Sir, you have won this hand. Would you like to double down?"
I'm thinking I'm gonna pass on this one.
And Hemley looks over at you. Look at me scale back. You're going to be in on this hand, and you're going to bet hefty. I believe in you, young man, and if you win more, I'll let you keep some of it.
Okay, I'm up for that, I guess. It's your money.
All right. Little counter on your HUD goes again, and this time you have a 5 in the center. Above it, a 20. Below it, a 4. To the left, a 13, and to the right, a 6. And the starting bets begin. The starting bets will be at 50 silver pieces.
Am I betting first again?
Alright, minimum bet. They will collectively throw in 50, 70, and Hemley will put forth a whopping 100 silver pieces, giving us 200 and some odd pieces.
I'm tossing in. Let's go. 175.
175. Okay. So, what would you like to bet on first?
I'm betting on the 6.
And so the 6 it is, and the spinner begins. And the 15 hits, and Hemley stands up. Ah, ha, ha, you look at that. Right on the money. And of course, he takes it and inherits that hearty bit of money. But you don't have to feel too bad. That's money that you bet of his that he's just getting back in his pot. And so this continues on for a while, and you go up and you go down, Hasmi. And Hemley is ecstatic as he's roped in somewhere around 500 credits, getting close to the house maximum of 700. And
Being silver, I'm assuming.
Yeah, silver, essentially. And so we get to that point, and the man seems to have not been fazed at all by the fact that he is on a monumental losing streak right now. The little chime finally comes up as a direct 20 is rolled on the very first round, and all the lights and little whistles on the table go off. The house pot is now up for grabs. And the house pot is currently at 2,000 silver pieces.
Ooh.
We'll begin our bets. And so, Hasmi, this time, you have a 7, a 17, a 19, a 3, and a 9.
Okay.
How much are you betting first?
Well, reckoning that 9 be me looking number, I'm going with the 9.
Alright, the 9. Hemley locks in his bet, and the man locks in his. A 19 on the first round is hit. Nobody seems to have it, so they go on to the second round. The bets increase. Are you going to increase your bet?
Yeah, might as well.
Alright.
Still ain't my money.
What number are you betting on this time?
I'm going 9 until I get new numbers.
Alright. A 7 is rolled. 2 numbers that you've actually had.
Yeah.
Again, the pot goes up.
As does how much I've added to it.
Alright. At this point, the 7 on your reticle disappears and is replaced with a 12. And the man looks across at you and he just raises a brow to see how you're going to react.
I said I'm sticking with 9, so I'm sticking with 9.
Hemley makes his bet. The man across from you makes his bet. And you make your bet. And a 13 hits. And again, no one has it. The pot raises. Already at the house maximum of 1,100 credits. And with the main pot of 2,000 credits, that's a total of 3,100 100 credits on the table.
You can do it!
Your 9 disappears, and you see a little monster come up and gobble it. And somebody at the table, you don't know exactly who, has stolen your number. In a replacement, you get a 4. So now you have a 19, a 12, a 3, a 17, and a 4.
I guess 19 still has 9 in my...
It's still up there.
So I'm going with 19.
Alright. Your 19 highlights. A little charm goes off above your head at the top of the pinnacle of the hologram display, and you see a little star that appears in the sky of the hologram background. When that star aligns, everybody who's ever played this game knows that the 20 is now in circulation amongst one of the players at the table. With a 20 in play, that doubles not only the house pot, but the current pot, if you hit it directly.
Mm-hmm.
And so the betting continues.
Even though it's at max?
Even though it's at max. And a 20 hits. And Hemley looks to you, and he's like, "You got the 20, lad! Tell me you have the 20!"
I ain't got the 20. 19's the closest I got.
And normally that would mean you're a winner. You get excited. He's like, "You won, laddie! There's no way!" And the man just sits back in his chair, and he looks across at the two of you. He doesn't say anything as his little terminal begins to shoot off little fireworks. And a little display on the backside of his little reticle comes up so you can all see it, and you see a 20 locked in.
I'm gonna get off my barrel and be like, "That's okay, that's okay. You did great, man. That was really fun to watch."
Hemley's jaw drops, and he grabs a hold of the table and he flips it up. The actual table crashing over on top of the droid itself that was dealing. As he's knocked over, he seems to right himself as he says, "The winner is Rift." And the man just sits there as Hemley stands up. He's like, "You cheated me! You cheated me! I know you did! You're one of them hackers, aren't you? You hacked the whole thing! You put the 20 in circulation and you stole it for yourself!" To what the man says nothing. He then turns to Hasmi. "And you just scareback! You ruined me! You put all that credit in and you didn't get anything in return!"
Can I get between them and be like, "Hey guys, it's all right. You tried. That's what counts. Let's just enjoy the show and let's just laugh. We'll laugh about this in the future." This is a funny story.
Well, as you're doing that, as you go to get in the way, Henley pulls out from his waist cord, pulls out what looks to be a hand-fashioned repeater blaster. And he's sort of aiming it directly in Hasmi's direction.
Did I actually lose money, or did I just not make him any money?
Well, he's more upset the fact that he lost all the money he could bet in that round. And the fact that he just missed out on 4, 6...
A good amount of money.
Yeah, a great amount of money, actually.
So do they have the money from the previous rounds?
The house pot was at 2,000. It got doubled because he hit 20, and a maximum bet of 1,100, which was doubled, which is 2,200. So he just won the equivalent of about 42 gold pieces.
Okay, can I trip the guy who's trying to kill my friend?
Hey, I didn't lose you any money. It's just that last round. If you look at what we got, it's still pretty nice. And
He doesn't seem to be too dissuaded. However, as you do it, you hear the sound of a blaster going off behind your head, so to speak. And you see that Dex is up on the bar, and he has what looks to be a scattergun in hand, and he's aiming at the crowd. All right, everybody out! Bar closed! Everyone kind of stops.
What about the show?
No show! People misbehave in bar! Everybody out!
Aww.
Does this include Illyrio and her family?
No.
finally, I can get some sleep.
And Hemley grabs a hold of you by your tunic, and he pulls you down until you're face to face with him as he puts the blaster back inside, something he really shouldn't have. He says, "This ain't over, boy. Mark my words, you're a dead man." And he walks out, inebriated, angry, and penniless. And the man who was the center of this, the eye of the storm, simply waits until enough people have shuffled out that he can finally stand without brushing up against anybody. He cleans off his very expensive-looking vestments. Well, that was a rather interesting game now, wasn't it?
Yeah, you might say that. Did he hurt you too much?
I didn't get a scratch on me. I can't say so much for the dealer, though. You see the droid trying to right itself off its turtle-like back.
Mm-hmm.
I seem to be having a malfunction. My servos are not correctly set.
Can I help him up?
Thank you. And he goes to right the table himself and begins to dust it off. A little feather duster pops out of his appendage. So
Aw.
the man, again, kind of stands there as everyone's filing out. You notice that Dex doesn't seem to be worried about the last 4 of you, let's say.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go up to Dex and be like, "Are we doing plan overnight or?"
No, show canceled for tonight.
I know, but I'm saying another night.
Maybe another night. And also, Lily, you've gone robotic.
Oh, sorry.
Can I go up to the adventurer dude, and like tug on his ropes to get his attention?
Sure. And by the way, you're not like, you're about half the size of a human. You're not like gnomish size.
Oh, is he a human? I thought he was like an elf or something.
No, he's a human.
Where is he?
Oh, okay, cool. So I'm
Better?
That's better, yes.
Okay.
okay. So I'm gonna go up to him and I'm going to offer my hand for him to shake, and I'm gonna be like, that was very, very skillful. I've never seen anyone play like that before.
Well, truth be told, I've been playing this game for a very, very long time, and if you're smart enough, and you can count numbers well, you know the chances of when to bet and when to not. Dex, you can hear him from the background. That technically cheating, but not my money.
Well, I ain't played this game too much, so I don't know about these numbers and such. I'm just going with my gut on it.
Well, let me give you a little bit of advice, friend. First off, don't play with imbeciles like him unless you're more than capable of handling the repercussions when they inevitably lose.
Well, it wasn't really my choice now, if you saw.
No, that's true. Secondly, you did the right thing by not imbibing any alcohol before playing. And thirdly, notice when you can the number of prime numbers that get played. When it comes to prime numbers, the more you see, the higher the chances are, statistically speaking, that the computer will select a 20 to put in play.
So you're not from around these parts. What brings you here? We're not really a touristy stop on the map.
Well, I think it might sound a bit disingenuous if I said we were just preparing to go across the Shattered Channel.
You guys are gonna go on a ship?
Wait, did I hear ship? And I'm just gonna come running over, like, really interested.
That's like one of my favorite.
You guys are gonna go out on the water? That's so cool. What is it like?
Choppy.
Well,
And
it
wet.
probably depends on the weather, correct?
The Shattered Channel is fairly calm. It's always hot and humid, though.
Mm.
Not much of a breeze, all the same. But it's choppy. And as I said, wet. And salty.
Well, I think at this point I'd be fine being wet if I didn't have to work in those mines anymore.
It's interesting that, well, looking at you all, how many miners? Close to 10,000 miners here?
More or less.
I'd reckon that's about right.
About another 2,000 tradesmen and performers and the like?
Yeah. More or less, yet again.
And about 500 guards, give or take.
Yep.
Interesting setup you have here indeed.
Very interesting.
If you call mining all day interesting.
Well, I suppose it can be. You never know what you might find in a place down below in the dark.
Or when the mines will collapse.
I'm sure you don't worry about those sort of things, do you, Hasme?
I do worry about collapses in case I get hurt, because that's going to be taking on more debt for me and my family to pay off. And I won't be able to work as well. Suck. It's terrible.
I suppose it is, then. And he'll reach into his pocket and pull out a pocket watch. It's made out of some sort of silvery material. Who has appraise amongst this group?
I don't, but I'm a miner, so I might know because I've been mining this forever.
I had something. What's that in? Is that in communication or no? That's intelligence, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I've got it.
Why don't you make me a test on that?
All right, and I have a +1. That's pretty good. I can't do math.
That is
15.
a 15. That's
Plus your
enough.
focus of 2.
Oh, okay. Well then, 17.
With a 17,
Nice.
you have, you know that's platinum.
Ooh.
The only metal that you've ever heard of that's more valuable than platinum is highly refined sear alloy.
I'm going to stand on my tiptoes to see it. That's very pretty. Where did you come upon that?
This? I bought it.
You bought it? Wow. From where?
Oh, you know, I honestly forget. I can't remember if it was Texas or one of the other trade city-states.
Must be pretty rich yourself if you can afford mighty expensive trinket like that.
Hmm. This wasn't too bad. I think I only paid 2,000 gold pieces for it.
Oh, if
My
I could,
jaw is just gonna drop, like, oh.
if I could live to see 2,000 gold pieces.
You could live to see 2,000 gold pieces. I'd imagine you'd probably be well on your way to being out of here.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
He's got a dreamy look in my eyes.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, as enchanting as it has been to sit here and talk to you folks, I do have somewhere to be. My company will probably be looking for me since I haven't come home after what looks to be a rather. And he looks out at the streets with the people milling out about in the various alleys and main roads, with all those people standing out there. So I'd like to not to worry them.
Would you mind giving us your name first, Missile?
Just call me Spar for now.
Hey, hypothetically, what would be the role to pickpocket this guy?
Ridiculous.
If it was pickpocketing, that would be my job. Thank you
That's
very
true.
much.
I'm asking hypothetically. What would be?
Okay. Yeah, just saying.
Hypothetically, it would be
Hi, seeing as he showed it to us on purpose.
yeah.
All right, just wondering.
Considering the way this guy carries himself, I'd say at least Ellie,
Yeah.
you probably know better. If he is this
Oh,
well
yeah.
adorned and he is just brazenly putting that out and seems to be completely at ease, he's either an idiot of
Really capable.
or extremely confident in his own abilities.
Yep. Yeah, I know which ones to pick, at least I hope I would.
Mm-hmm. He definitely looks like one that
You do not.
probably, if you tried to pickpocket him, he would probably steal the item that you stole back and probably take your coin purse too.
Yep.
Joke's on him, I have no coin purse.
I'm going to ask him, what kind of boat do you have, actually?
Me personally, I don't own a boat. We just usually take a ferry.
Oh. Hmm. Have you seen any boats?
Many. I've even rode on an airship before.
She's gonna squeal.
Please excuse my friend. She's okay. She does that sometimes.
Pops told me about airships, but I ain't never seen one of them.
As I hear it, the Texas government doesn't want any airships flying over the mine.
For good reason.
It probably has something to do with survey rights and the like. But anyways, it's been enchanted meeting you, and he'll pat Saffron on the head.
Why does this always happen?
Because you're
'Cause
short.
you're short. And he'll make his way out, leaving you all inside the tavern by yourselves.
Top of my skull's gonna get flat if that keeps happening.
You know how to mend it.
Oh, that's true.
Well, I think I should be heading off to bed now. This has been a long, more eventful, and my bedtime was about an hour ago, so I should really be going.
I'm gonna slightly chuckle at his mention of bedtime.
Yeah, I have a bedtime.
Okay.
What you gonna do about it?
Nothing.
Take care, Hasmi. Be careful down there.
Thanks. Night to you both.
Alright. Hasmi. You're out there walking along Low Mortal's streets,
Oh no.
out
He's
there on your
gonna
own.
get jumped.
And you noticed as you were walking out, you saw Hemley passed out in a drinking stall where he could get more sloshed, and he looked like he was very nice and asleep.
That's nice.
And as you make your way towards your sleeping section, where your little hovel of a home is, you noticed a boot sort of sticking out from a dark alley.
Okay.
Would you like to go investigate?
First, I'm gonna call out. Oh, anyone over there?
There's no response, and the alleyway itself is pretty quiet. Most of the miners have either gone off to their shift for the day, or they've gone off to bed. Or I should say shift for the night.
How close is it to like where me and my family sleep?
Maybe another 10 minutes of walking.
I'll check it out and just go like, hey, anyone?
You need to make me a perception test, please.
Okay. Uh, 12.
12?
3-step point.
Or 3-star points. What you see is a figure sort of half doubled over. You hear a slight murmur, a slight gurgle, and you hear in Saurian, "Help!"
Okay, I'm gonna rush over like whatever little distance there's like, and I say, hey, mister, are you okay?
When you come over, you see a rather large Saurian laying in a pool of its own blood. And you see a very nice set of polished horns and semi-nice robes. As Lex, the minstrel extraordinaire, is laying there, leaking blood rather copiously out of his torso.
Am I nearby?
No.
No.
I think we're still in the tavern.
Okay, I can't heal him.
I know.
I go up, I shake him. It's like, hey, what happened to you?
And he'll reach up and his eyes kind of fix with yours as he grabs hold of your robes. And he just looks at you.
I own robes.
Or your tunic, whatever it is you're wearing.
Okay.
And he pulls something up and he places it in your hand. They got me. And he falls back and he gurgles before letting out so just a last sigh as you hear a gurgle. As he goes limp and motionless.
Hey, who's they?
Do you like to look at your hand?
Yes. That's like, what was this?
You see what looks to be about a 6-inch, very nicely polished, sort of tapered throwing shiv in your hand.
Or
It has a little engraving on one end.
Can you repeat that? I didn't quite catch that.
Oh, it's basically a throwing, like a throwing shuriken,
Oh, okay.
kunai. It's a very thin piece of metal, and it's got some engravings on the end.
Okay. Is it anything legible?
It's not in a language you've ever seen before.
Okay. I guess I'll slip it in my pocket and head home.
Well, do me a favor and make me a perception test as you're slipping it into your pocket.
I don't want to. Oh, okay.
You're fine.
Oh, you're good.
16, I think. Is that plus one?
Yeah, 16. Plus your modifier if you have one.
That would be 1.
So a 16 then.
No, it's 17 with his modifier.
17. Well, yeah, you're going to hear this as one of the low mortal guards has turned around a corner and is looking directly at you. And he looks down at Dex, and then
Run.
to you as you're slipping a
I thought it was
weapon
Lex.
into your tunic. Or Lex, I'm sorry, yes.
Yep.
Sir, this man I found lying here dead.
He's just like, Gods! And he flicks out the baton, which comes to life with a crackle,
Whoa, hey,
which is
hey.
one of the stun batons that the miners
I see it.
fear. And he looks like he's getting ready to charge at you.
I see. I'm like, okay, really? I just found this guy. He was, he was lying here dead. He gave me this. I don't know what it is. It's just some metal thing.
Hey, Hasmi,
Yo.
you're a fairly smart guy, right? What's your intelligence?
0.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not a smart guy, but go ahead and roll
No,
it for
he's
me
not.
anyway.
But I'm not an idiot.
You're below
Hey,
average.
that's an 11. That's over 10.
You know what? Why not? I'll give it to you. Discretion is the better part of valor. Maybe it's maybe there's really no way to explain this in an acceptable way that's not going to get your teeth knocked in.
Yeah, but if I don't do anything, I also might get my teeth knocked in.
It's
You
up to
could
you.
run.
Or you could put your hands up.
Hey, this.
No.
It's literally open. You can go either way. I have
Yeah,
preparations for
I'll
both.
go the way that he is not currently standing in.
Okay, so you decide you're running?
Yeah, let's run. That seems like
I
the
thought
best idea.
this was an alley. Is it not like a...
Well, he can go
Closed off?
further down the alley, and you know
Okay.
the layout pretty well, Hasmi. Make me a dexterity check.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, wait, that's doubles. Oh, we're not in combat.
Yeah, no stun
That-
points, hun.
That's a 6?
So,
You
he
tried.
comes forward, and he is gonna... Hey, what's your defense?
Probably higher than that.
My defense is 11.
He misses you as he stabs at you with the stun baton. Go ahead and give me another tap. Let's try to...
To continue sprinting away.
Yes.
Run, Hasmi, run!
Yo, hey, you really shouldn't be hitting me with I've done nothing wrong here. 10.
10. Better. I'm going to give him a -1 on this.
Because he's attacking me. Uh-oh.
That's no good.
13. Does that beat your defense?
A 12 would, yes. Or 13.
Alright. I need to check my chart.
Wait, is this guy going for the kill, or is he just trying to...
He's got a stun baton.
Okay.
Yeah. He's not exactly looking to kill this guy.
Okay, I'm
This
just making sure.
murderer. Although, technically, he could probably do it and get away with it if he was so inclined.
Yeah, but we're not in America, are we?
And this is basic.
Boom!
You're in Texas.
Texas. Sounds very much like Texas. Kind of assumptions.
Alright, so 1d6 plus 3. So you take
Oh.
7 damage. What does your armor confer for you?
It's armor 4, so
So you take 3 damage. Please mark that.
I did.
Alright. And roll me your constitution.
Oh. To see if you stay awake.
Now I get the better rolls. That would be an 11
11 with your specific modifier.
of 0.
Do 11. Check. Sure, you're lucky. You are so lucky.
Thanks.
He hits you with it. It hurts, but it does not debilitate your muscles from moving.
Oh, that's nice.
Make another check.
that that really stung.
13.
That's a 14.
Hey, all right. You bound, or tell me how you escape him.
I run fast.
You're gonna come to an end at some time, you know that.
No, but I'm faster than him.
Okay, you run
Oh.
fast. You run fast and you dart down a small gap in between several of the hovels. And he's running and you can hear him clodding along. And he runs right past.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear more, and you see 3 more guards run past.
Man, just in time.
So, Hasmi, you now know that you're probably at least wanted for murder. You
Okay.
might need some friends.
Okay. How
Choose the pieces.
we have how would the docks be situated in respect to the other, like the healing clinic place?
The docks, as in like...
Like, are there docks in this?
No, we're landlocked.
No.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'll probably head over to the clinic after checking to make sure there are no other people in the alley.
You're going to go to the clinic, or are you going to go to the tavern?
Well, I guess the tavern was the last place I saw both of them, so.
Yeah.
I can heal you.
Yeah, we're probably like catching up in the tavern, like, oh, hey.
Yep. Dex is sitting there, and he's, telling you about the first time he had to clear out the bar, which you guys were both there, and it wasn't a big deal.
I'm having Dex and Lex.
We love Dex. He's fabulous.
But he is embellishing the story as if there were two brutish orcs that were tearing up the place with large battle axes, and he single-handedly fended them off with a large scatter shot blaster. And he's sort of standing on the bar, and he's making all these really embellished, flamboyant moves as he's got the repeater in one hand and gesturing with it. And then Dex takes his scattergun and he points it at them, and they say, "Oh, Mr. Dex, please spare us! Spare us! We will not cause no trouble in your bar. No trouble from us."
Did you kill them, Dex?
No, because Dex, and he pats his chest, Dex is a kind man.
The kindest.
And he let them go out of sheer mercy.
Aw, that's so nice.
And this is why we love you.
Dex is nice. And at this point, you notice that another Saurian comes in through the door, looking rather out of breath and covered in blood.
You only hit me once. I'm not covered in blood.
You're covered in somebody else's blood, not your own.
Oh. Okay.
Hasmi? Is that you?
Oh boy, yeah, it is, and I've run into literally multiple problems.
Okay, I'm gonna clear off the table, and I'm gonna ask you to come and lay down on this table so I can see what's wrong with you.
Can we go somewhere I'm not in line of sight of the door?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Nice.
Dex, do you have a back room or something? Like a liquor cabinet?
He has to me. What? He asks in Saurian, "What happened to you?" And in Saurian, for some reason, he doesn't have his odd accent.
Yeah, I too will respond in Saurian. I found another Saurian dead or dying, and he gave me this metal thing, and then he died, and one of the guards showed up. It's no good.
It wasn't one of the strangers, was it?
What do you mean? I don't think it was.
Hasme, you know that was Lex, the minstrel.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, it was Lex. Yeah.
Do we recognize his name? Like, his name sounds the same in Saurian, right?
No.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind.
His eyes go a bit wide, and he looks a bit bewildered. And he's just like, "Come, brother, come." And he leads you into the back room. And he grabs the halfling up by the back of her shirt to carry her faster.
Wait. What's going on? What did you do? What?
I dangle my legs ineffectively. Okay, so healing works. It's same thing. 3d6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, do I get a +2 with my talent?
Chicory,
for healing
no.
works.
Chicory
No.
is not
Right.
an arcana.
You do it as a free action. And do I add anything? Do I add willpower to that?
I believe for healing arcana, it is.
Arcane. I'm guessing either int or will.
Yeah, probably.
I have a 1 in both of those. So.
Healing touch, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also I can do like regular healing,
Yeah.
but I mean, I can also use healing touch.
Yeah, you
I
can
think they do
spend
the
up
same
to
thing.
3 magic points, and for each magic point you spend, will heal the target for 1d6 health.
Okay, so I'm going to. How much health did you lose? 7? No.
No, I lost 3.
Okay.
It's nothing great. This is mostly not my blood. It's
It's not any of your blood. You just got a pretty nasty burn mark on your shoulder.
All right, I'm going to expend 1 magic point. Let's hope this isn't like
All right,
a 1.
roll me a an arcana test first.
Oh, an Arcana test. Darn it, that was a really good roll.
Yeah, such a good roll.
Okay, Arcana test is that.
Your target is 10, which you pass
yeah.
with flying colors,
Yep.
and you get 2 stunt points.
Oh, nice. Can I?
How does one stunt at healing?
Yeah. How do you?
Wait a minute. Hang on, that's 6 stunt points.
Can I stunt at healing? Can I like do a backflip as I heal him?
Yeah,
it's
really
lethal
rad.
healing.
Let's see.
Isn't there a chart for like
I mean,
magic
there's
stuff?
there are magic stunts, but that's mostly for like combat.
No, it's a
Yeah.
spell stunt. It can be for anything.
Okay.
Where are those?
I had them open, but then I closed
You
them.
can do skillful casting if you wanted to, with 2 stunt points. That reduces the point cost by 1. In
Nice.
fact, with 6 stunt points, you could effectively reduce the cost to 0.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that.
All right.
Let's hope this. And if this roll isn't okay, then I can still like re-roll it. Oh, nice! You're welcome.
So, explain to me how you channel the healing energies of your art to heal your friend.
Okay. So he's down on the table, and he's like,
No, we're going to the back room, remember?
okay,
There's
well,
a table in the back room.
There's a
obviously.
table in the back room,
Okay.
or he's on the floor. He's on some kind of surface, and I'm looking
You're on
at
a box.
it's like a burn mark, right?
Yeah, and you're obviously standing on a box.
Yeah, I'm standing on a box, and so what I do is I bring out my little healing kit that I carry with me on my belt thing, and I pull out some herbs, and I kind of just like
But I thought you were using magic.
I will in a second. Wait, this is a story. I pull out some herbs, and I'm gonna put them on Hasme's burn, and then I'm going to hold my hands over them, and I'm going to chant under my breath. And as I'm chanting, this glow comes out from my hands and through the herbs and onto his skin. And when I pull the herbs away, it is completely healed. He's all brand new and perfect.
You feel great, Hasme.
And that
Am I
cough
less
has
tired
magically
also?
gone away.
Yeah, not only that, you're less tired, and Saffron, you notice that when you channel this art, you're literally not just using your own essence. You literally expanded your arcana, your presence in the arcane, that you're actually drawing the ether from existence in the very air
Yeah,
to
I am.
drive this into the healing art, and you notice that you don't feel any of that personal reserve of your own going into the body to heal this other individual.
Let's hope this healing thing keeps on going this good.
It's about that time you hear a
Okay,
You
should
want me to
we,
get that?
should we
Dex.
run?
Dex just says, "No, you stay. I get them to go away.
Okay.
They never mess with Dex. Dex is free man." He pats his chest.
I love him so much.
And so Dex walks out, and he closes the door to his little storeroom, which also acts as a bedroom for him. So you notice that there's like a cot and everything.
We're on the cot, that's what we're on.
No, don't get blood on the cot, man. That's just rude.
I'm just on the table.
And he walks to the door and he goes, "Ah, guard captain, it has been very long time. How are you, my friend?" And the guard captain simply steps in, and he's dressed in a more adorned version of the armor. And he simply says, "I'm afraid, Mr. Dex, this is not a social call."
You're getting a little bit robot-y.
Of course I am.
This is what happens when we don't have professional equipment. It's just our computers.
Yeah, it's just our crappy-ass computers. There we go. Better?
Don't know about you guys, but I have
Yeah,
a good
you're good.
computer.
Some of us can't afford good computers. Anyway, he simply says, "It's not a social called Dex. I'm looking for a fugitive. And you guys can hear this out there. Somebody murdered Lex."
I'm gonna cover Ellie's mouth.
"Oh no, not Lex. The minstrel. It's tragedy, total tragedy. Yes, very sad, very sad. There will be no one that will be able to muse the hollows of my tavern as well as him ever again."
She's gonna. I'm gonna like kind of make a really soft kind of insulted grunt.
As I cover her mouth to muffle her
I
voice.
made sure to make it really soft, but it's just like, you bitch.
It brings sadness to Dex's heart. I'm sure it does. Somebody saw a Saurian matching the description of his assailant. A blue-skinned Saurian running into
I'm assuming it would be
car.
black, seeing as it's black scale.
Or
Yeah,
a
well,
black
your picture
scale.
has blue
Blue.
scales.
But yes, a black scaled Saurian. And who would tell you such a thing? Who would lie to you about somebody coming into Dex's Tavern? Why, Ironbeard, of course, an upstanding member of this community. Hasme, how you feeling right now?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm just going to be quiet and in the back.
Guard captain and Dex finally talk for a little bit. And as this goes on, you notice that the conversation becomes a little bit more heated. He keeps prodding as if he knows that somebody's here. And Dex will say, "I promise you, no one is here. It's not like people are hiding under the bar." And he'll walk to the bar and very fragrantly start placing bottles from under the bar. "See, no one here, and no one in cabinet. See, you keep pestering me, bothering me. You harass
Can we
me.
hide under the
Question:
cot?
is there like a window or anything, or is it just solid wall?
Um, there's no window, at least not one that you could fit out of. But make me a perception test. All of you.
Everyone or just him?
Everybody.
Cool.
Although
If you guys
I
are looking
kind
for
of
a
have
way
an
out.
idea.
12?
Uh,
I too have
11. Wait, plus perception.
Yeah.
Don't forget your modifiers.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. Okay, I also have 12.
We all have 12s.
We all
Yep.
have one.
With the 12, you'll
With
notice
3 12s.
All of us have 12.
you'll all kind of start to look around, kind of panicked as you notice they're getting closer towards the back room, and you
I'm gonna-
notice that there is a underneath the cot there is a mat that's slightly disturbed, and when you roll it up, you see a little trap door.
Hiding under the cot. My idea. I'm such a genius. Let's go.
Oh, but I had an idea. Damn it.
Was your idea better than escaping?
Well, I think that someone's here, and Dex probably isn't doing a very good job at hiding it, so I was gonna, like, mess up my clothes and my hair and act like, you know.
It was only me in the back.
It was only me doing the deal with that. No, bad idea. Let's run.
Okay. Okay.
So down into the cellar you go.
Yes.
I try to pull the bed and the mat back on over us after we go down.
We do it very stealthily.
Well, the door's closed.
We still do it
Dex, too.
stealthily.
So yeah, you manage. You can do it. It's not that hard. You know, you just kind of have to sort of roll the mat up and then shut or put the mat on top of the actual trapdoor as you lower it. And it's tight quarters in there. This is not like, this is like a little crawl space that's meant for storage, not hiding.
But
Yeah.
it's fine for me. I'm totally
No,
comfortable.
even you in there. I mean, it's
okay.
like,
You're, like, pushed up against
Hazmi,
us, so.
Yeah, Hazmi takes up a lot of room, and the elf, she's pretty tall, or taller, much taller than you, and so you're kind of like strewn across their laps.
Nice.
They're kind of like, shoulder to shoulder
Mm-hmm.
in there. And then finally you hear the door open as you hear Dex sort of, and you see, and you hear him pause for a minute as he looks. You see, nobody here! Nobody here! You keep bothering Dex! Why you bother Dex? And the guard captain looks around. I see. Nobody here. What a shame. And you hear another voice from back, and you hear the guard captain respond, "Yes, this is true. This is very true." And
Do we recognize the voice?
You can't really hear it. It's speaking in a language none of you have ever heard before.
Okay.
Draconian.
There aren't any draconians, you dipshit.
That's why none of us recognize it.
True.
And so you hear some more talking, and you hear a little bit of you hear Dex. You kind of hear him sort of taking a few steps as though he's walking back out the door. And then you hear, "Wait! No, 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 no! No, I swear! I swear! No!" And then you hear the sound of a shot go off. And you hear a thump.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Saffron and be like, bitch, I really want to go.
I'm covering both of our mouths because now I want to scream. But no, we're covering both of their. I'm holding her back with my little 2-foot strength.
And there's a couple of more minutes that pass before you hear some stuff being like strewn around in Dex's storeroom. Sort of shelves being overturned and chests being opened. You finally hear, "I'm telling you, guard captain, there's no one here. And it's better that we leave." Upstart. Mouth off to me. Where does he get the gall? Damn Saurians. And you hear footsteps walking out of the room, across the tavern floor, and you hear the tavern door shut.
Okay, I spring out of the trapdoor, and I run over because I've got revive. How many health points does this guy have left?
You notice that there's a big gaping hole in Dex's head.
Can I fix it? I revive!
No, you can't fix that.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna cradle his head in my little lap.
Okay, I'm going to pick you up because you didn't let me stop it. I'm going to pick you up, push you aside, or like set you away from him, and then just weep over his body.
I pat you on the head comfortingly.
Yeah, she's gonna smack your hand away.
I say a very nice Saurian death song.
Hey,
Go ahead
Vinny?
and make me a communication test.
Who?
Yeah, I can do that.
Vinny, are there any elven gods of death? Did you come up with one of those?
Ooh,
No.
Brian rolled well.
It's a 14.
Wow. The two of you listen as Hasmi begins to lament the passing of not one but two of his fellow Saurians, and the song that he sings is
And their names even rhymed.
Oh my god, you piece of shit.
the song is filled with a lament of a Saurian crying out in pain for fellow fallen Saurians, and it brings a tear to each of your eyes as he laments
I'm
them.
weeping already, so it's just like extra one tear.
In fact, it's so moving that in singing this, Hasmi, you lift him up and you place him on the cot, and you wrap him in a blanket, the blanket on his bed, which is a Saurian tapestry blanket, and you wrap it in accordance with your people's final wishes, how they would like to be put away. And you close his eyes; they are fixed, and you shut them. And as your dirge for these unmourned individuals finishes,
I'm mourning.
you feel a certain satisfaction that that you've helped send a friend and a compatriot to your version of the afterlife with a wonderful parting ceremony, worthy of any Saurian priest.
Okay, so I know this is really insensitive, but like out of character, he's got loot, right?
Oh my god, if you even try to touch him, I will kill you.
No, I'm
not kill.
No, not him. Like in his bar. Like we could, like, since we're fugitives, he's gotta have like
No,
something.
you're not
right?
fugitives. I'm a
I didn't
fugitive.
mean to
You
kill.
guys haven't done
Just
anything.
maim or seriously injure.
If you want to make a perception test, Saffron, you can certainly look around to see if there's anything that you can.
I'm not telling them that I'm doing this.
I know.
Okay, hang on. What's my perception? Where is that?
We know
Okay.
who the mercenary of the group is. The mercenary or the pike.
I'm blind. I see nothing. I'm too blinded by grief.
Oh lord.
In fact, Saffron, the fact that you even thought about it, you kind of have to take a step back, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, I need to reconsider my life choices. I'm a terrible, terrible halfling.
Yeah.
Vinny,
Yeah.
is there an elven god of the dead?
I'm sure there is.
Okay, well, since we don't know who they are, I'm in Elvish, like pure Elvish. I'm going to say a prayer to that deity.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yep.
As you all walk out of the storeroom, you hear a faint sound coming from the bar.
Can I perception it?
Be really quiet.
Did I hear a yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. That's
You
Your
only rolled
shorter
two.
dice.
Yeah.
No, I have a 5, a 6, and a 4.
We don't see the 5.
Do you want me to screen share? Because I will.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
So that's 14 plus 1, 15. There you go, see?
Oh, we see. Awesome.
So you have 15?
15 is.
Oh, wait, that's a 6. I don't know. Wait. 16.
16,
16.
yes.
Oh, okay. 16 is enough.
Okay, yay.
You notice that there's like this, what looks to be a discrepancy when you're kind of looking. Like, have you ever looked off the top of a grill and you kind of see that distortion?
Yeah.
That heat distortion? You kind of notice something similar to that coming from the bar. It's not moving, it's just a distortion in the light, as though it's bent ever so slightly.
Okay.
Is it on fire?
I'm gonna, if Saffron is moving towards it, I'm definitely going to keep her back, and
Well,
maybe.
I don't think she can see it. I think you're the only
Yeah,
one that's.
yeah, you're the one who can see it. That was out of character,
Yeah, so
sorry.
that's why I'm gonna grab like the scruff of your shirt or robe or whatever.
Manhandle me again.
Yeah. You're gonna get manhandled a lot in this. And kind of pull you like flip a table over, pull you behind it. and
What's going on? What did I do this time? I'm sorry. I tried.
There's a distortion of light behind the bar. And she's gonna say this to you like softly, trying to not be heard.
Okay.
You get
What?
kind of a
You're robotic again.
mother.
I know. My mic has been like going off and on this entire time, so I'll say something
How's
and you
that?
won't be able to hear it.
That's good. We
That's
can hear
Pretty
you.
good.
Okay. You notice from that side of the bar, you just kind of hear a soft chuckle,
Oh god
and
damn it.
then you see a sort of this bent light,
Yeah.
phasing away, and you see somebody sitting on the bar top.
Oh my goodness. Hey, it's
With
you.
Is it someone familiar?
Well, someone familiar to one of the people.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god. What was her name? Snatch? It was like one of those like takey things.
It was Ricky.
I was completely off.
Yeah, you really were. The other one was Spar, so.
Yes, that one. That's the one that. Anyway, yeah. You're the one who bought my necklace from me. What are you doing here?
I was just walking around, and I heard a little commotion, so I thought I'd come by and see what's going on.
Well, quite a bit has been going on.
Lots of murder going on, apparently.
Is there any way that you can help us, or are you going to turn us in?
Turn us in for what?
I don't know. Aiding a fugitive? She's like really badass. She could probably get us for something.
Aiding a fugitive, and she kind of looks around the corner and sees
I
Hasmin
suck.
standing there.
I have more intelligence than this. What am I doing?
Seriously, like, don't you have an intelligence of like 2?
It's 1.
Oh, okay.
She's gonna take the gloved hand and rub it across her chin. Well, now this is a bit of a predicament, isn't it?
Out of my head in my hands and stop talking.
Well, you're like this. You looking to stir up any more trouble? I've had quite enough today, so.
Trouble? Be no trouble, just to simply alert the guards to your presence and make sure you don't leave.
We could also kill you, but like we'd probably die in the process.
And the
Just
guards
looks
would
at
probably kill you
you.
too.
She just looks at you and she starts to put a thumb under the eye patch.
Oh god, no! I'm gonna jump back. I'm gonna hide behind Ellie.
Which you probably can really well because I'm so tall compared to you.
Oh, I'm sorry, what was that you were saying?
I'm gonna stop talking. I'm completely silent.
So, how long have you been in here? Did you see everything, or?
I saw a lot more than I thought I would see.
And you didn't stop anything because?
Because money makes the world go round, and she looks at her coin purse, kind of picks it up and shakes it. And I don't have any coins from that Saurian that's laying dead in that room back there, I'm guessing. You guys, or the guard captain who just left with a 7-foot-tall Saurian who's covered in blood.
Hmm. Must have been the bastard that killed Lex.
Maybe so. She'll hold up a hand. I find it interesting that guard captain is so worried about the death of just one Saurian in a camp like this.
Well, you might not have noticed, but he's slightly corrupt.
Maybe. I think it was a little uncalled for him to shoot your friend back there.
A little bit, yeah.
Hmm.
But it's not really what I'm here for.
Then what are you here for?
I'm looking for that one. And she'll point to Saffron.
Oh no, what did I do now?
God damn it, Saffron.
I was doing so well. I did an awesome healing of okay. I'm gonna step out and be like, okay, you can do whatever you want with me, but please don't hurt my friends. They've done nothing.
I didn't say I wanted to hurt your friends. You really tend to get ahead of yourself, don't you?
I'm sorry. I'm small and weak.
And she'll just kind of, do the little one finger, curl it towards herself, like, come here.
Okay, I'm gonna walk towards her.
And she'll pull out the crystal again. You gave her the rainbow crystal.
Yeah?
Do you know what this is?
Nope.
No, not at all. I just found it in the mines, and I thought it was pretty, and I could sell it. No returns, by the way. All sales are final.
This is a gemstone known as radiant quartz.
Can I do an intelligence check? Because I don't know what that is.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, you know what quartz is, probably.
Yeah, but like, what is radiant? I probably don't know. I have a
ask.
10.
Oh, okay.
I have a 10?
10 is not enough. If anybody else would like to try and roll, they may.
I will. Nope, didn't do anything better.
Wow.
You're like, what's a quartz?
No, I got
me
my
for-
shoes. No.
How about you, Black
Excuse me.
Scale?
I'm gonna ask her. Excuse me for, I guess, overhearing your conversation, but you want to fill us in on what that radiant course is?
Oh, wait, I have 5 stuff points on that or something. Or 4.
Didn't succeed on the roll. Stuff points are useless. By the way, Lily, you've gone robot.
God damn it. First
She'll cross one leg over the other, and she'll smirk as she takes a drag off the cigarette and then puts it out on the bar top.
So gross.
Radiant quartz is a very rare gemstone. In fact, and she kind of holds it up, and it's about the size of a. It's about the size of, say, a.
eyeball.
Yeah,
He's
roughly
looking
about the
for-
size of an eyeball. That works. There's only about 5 known stones in the entirety of Valkana.
I'm gonna curse under my breath.
Wow, how much did you sell that for?
Shut up. That's not important right now.
Well,
This little crystal here is probably worth more than
all of our debts?
I would say probably more than the city-state that Low Mortal serves.
I'm gonna curse again.
Good.
I have made a huge mistake.
And is there anything special about it besides being rare? Because
Well, and she'll hold it up. Well, you notice that it kind of glows with this, and she holds it up so it's in the light, and you can kind of see the sort of prismatic rainbow color that comes out of it.
It has magical properties?
Well, that's not exactly what I was going at, but yes, actually it does.
Huh.
Radiant quartz happens to be a very good foci for magic.
I'm gonna curse again. I'm gonna continue.
Saffron!
To continue the
Help!
string of curses.
I think right with this in the hands of a skilled mage, well, a radiant quartz stone inlaid in a powerful staff, we're talking the stuff of legends.
Can I overturn a table? Am I strong enough to do that?
Like
Can I make a strength
staff
check?
for long?
Can I make a strength check, please?
Sure, go for it.
Okay, jeez, where's my strength? Okay, strength is 1. Let's see if I can overturn a table.
Oh lordy.
I totally overturned the table.
Dude!
Wow.
Is that what is it, 16?
I have a lot of rage bottled up in my little body.
How
Yeah,
much was that
17.
total?
17 total.
17.
17 total with 6 stunt points.
Yeah, I'm knocking over this table.
That is the
You
most dramatic
flip
table
that-
flip in history.
I disintegrated that
you
table.
push your with your rage. You push your own arcane essence into it as you grab
Oh, nice.
the edges of it, and you glow slightly as your eyes twinkle with arcane energy as you flip it, and it tumbles end over end across the entirety of the tavern until it hits the far wall,
Nice. I'm just sitting there fuming with rage.
hitting the dealer droid in the process.
Damn it, why do you keep hitting Percy?
Okay, so apparently the dealer droid is named Percy, and Percy's on his back again. I seem to have malfunctioned.
I'm gonna try to help up Percy.
And she'll spin it around on the chain itself and grab it. And, you know, this is a platinum chain. I'm surprised that you just parted with it like that.
Wait, I thought it was gold.
Yeah, didn't we make it out of gold? I didn't give her my chain.
You gave her, oh, that's right, you did, didn't you?
She didn't give her the chain.
Okay, so yeah, it's just the gold one. So she's kind of spinning it around on her hand, or on her finger, by the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. White little stone here, and a steal for just 10 gold pieces.
Did you come here to gloat, or do you have something else to say? Because I'm getting very angry here.
I want to know where you found it.
In the mines. It was sitting on a cart right after a days of labor. I just saw it. And I usually take stuff that I need, and that's fine. But this one just looked really pretty. I was a little worried.
Well, even though it's extremely powerful, it's not activated yet. It's very hard to attune these little stones, so don't beat yourself up too bad there, Shorty.
I hiss. I hiss threateningly.
Dude,
She'll,
if anyone's gonna hiss here, it's either me or Blackscale.
I hiss threateningly.
Do you think you could take me down into the mine and show me where you found this? I could make it worth your while, like another, say, 10 gold pieces.
Guys,
Okay, that's
shut
actually
up.
gonna make me laugh.
10 gold and a party.
10 gold and a
Party. 10 gold and okay. Hang on. Are there still like guards outside, like, or has the shift ended and are people like out of the mines?
The mines go 24/7, but it's not uncommon to see people down there.
especially us. Or at least them.
Or a minor.
Yeah.
But you're a wanted fugitive. I don't want to leave you.
No, it's dark, I'll say. It wasn't black sail, it was just dark and it looked black.
You guys
I
don't have to
want to get a
come.
change of clothes too.
I just take off my shirt. Tunic.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, by the way, he is ripped.
Well, that kind of makes sense given that he works 24/7 in the mine.
No, not 24/7, 18/7.
Okay, 18/7 in the mine.
Okay, I suppose I could take you down to the mines. We just have to be really sneaky. Like, really quiet.
Hey,
Good to know. And she'll look over at Hasby. Suppose I could throw a little extra in if we had a experienced guide who knows their way around the deeper part of the mine.
Can I try empathy again? That seems like a trap.
Well, I gotcha, I guess.
Go ahead and roll your empathy.
Nope, I know nothing.
Oh my god, no! No!
Okay, how epically do I fail about this? Tell
Like,
me
you
how.
are hurting yourself.
I know, but like, I want to know how I can fail this bad at empathy. Like, tell me,
Oh my
tell me what
god,
happens
she's
to my
gonna
brain.
kill you. She is going to kill you.
From this point on, Rika,
I thought it was
she
Ricky.
is the most trustworthy person you have ever met. In fact,
Oh,
she
no.
is, like, if you could ever have anybody at your back,
She would definitely not backstab me.
she would never backstab you, she would never sell you
She's
down the
like my
river,
best
and you would...
friend.
In fact, look at, you know what, this elf that you've known for years and years and years, just, like, yelled at you when you were just mourning for your friend, but
Yeah, that was pretty mean.
Ricky here, she, like, actually came back to tell you about this court, so in case you came across
Yeah.
another one,
Yeah, she's pretty nice.
yeah, she's totally amazing, and, you know,
Not suspicious at all.
not suspicious at all.
Okay, yeah, I will definitely take you down to the mines, of course. Come with me right now.
Well, why don't we get him in something a little bit more clandestine, so we're not, you know, attracting the attention of the bucket heads.
Oh, sure. She's very smart. She knows what she's saying. Change into something better.
I don't own any of the clothes. Those.
I'm just
Well,
gonna
your
look at
friend, your friend, you know, the corpse back there probably has some clothes that you could put on.
Not what I'd like to do, but guess I don't got much choice.
you. What are you doing?
I'm taking some of Dex's clothes.
No.
Would you like a naked saurian walking through the streets?
I'm okay with that.
Your new best friend is just looking at you, Saffron, like, really? These kind of people you hang out with?
Hey, I give her a look like, please don't judge me. he probably has some extra clothes in his dresser drawer, right?
That's the plan.
Yeah, he'd totally be fine with this. He gave his life to protect us. I don't think we need to draw any more attention to ourselves.
I'm giving Saffron a look of like, what the fuck? Because one, she is like totally trusting this random chick who was invisible.
Okay, while the stare off is going, I go over and take some clothes out of the dresser or something.
Look, like, he's not going to need them, and better for it to go to one of his friends than, say, you know, somebody who comes in here and tries to loot the place.
I stare off.
I'm still gonna look at Saffron, and
You didn't know. Only I know. Only I'm to bear that guilt. So I'm gonna chew on my fingers guiltily. Oh no.
Oh shit!
That was a really bad roll.
10. Roll me your perception.
Oh boy.
Who?
All of you.
All of
Okay.
us.
Mm-hmm. She's got a 10.
Okay.
I have more than that.
9,
I got a 12.
10.
I don't know math. That's 14.
I think I
You-
have 12.
You hear a lockbox fall out from behind her onto the ground.
Oh hell no!
Oh, hey friend, what are you doing?
Okay, well, I'm just gonna take the frickin' dagger or something. I don't think a rapier would fit in my boot.
No.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go backstage, and I'm getting my bow.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to my new best friend and take a look at that and find out what just happened.
You see, like, a lockpick sticking out of the lock. It looked like maybe somebody was trying to work it open while sitting there talking to you. because they were
Aw.
clearly a little too overconfident in their skill.
Friend, are you trying to steal from Dex? We like Dex.
There is
I was
an arrow, a
totally
pain on
going
her face.
to donate. I was totally going to donate all the proceeds from this to erecting a shrine in his memory.
Oh, that's so sweet of you.
Can I use a
Fucking
communication skill to sense lies?
I totally believe her. She's like the sweetest person ever. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, there's a
8,
arrow
10,
pointing right
16.
on her.
She totally. If you guys want to roll try to roll your perception against a 16.
Would that be communication for sense lie?
Hmm?
Communication for
okay.
like sense
No,
lies?
it'll be a perception.
Okay.
This is actually
Well, I didn't
pretty...
make it either way.
Oh, I stunted!
You
Nice!
stunted, but you don't beat her outright.
Yeah, I
So
got,
she's totally telling the truth.
12, 13. I think I got 13.
She's totally telling the truth. 100% telling the truth.
That is such a blatant lie, though.
I know, but she seems so trustworthy, and besides,
The two of
Sapphiro's
us,
warmed up
or
too.
one.
She's like, she kind of gets down and she reaches in, she finishes picking lock and she takes the gold out and she walks up to you, Elio,
Yeah.
and she's like, puts it in your hand. I'll tell you what, rather than me do it because, I don't know him that well,
Yeah.
here, she puts it in your hand. It's like 5 gold pieces. You.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You should
no,
erect a shrine in his memory.
Wait, does she give me all of it, or is it just 5 of what he has?
No, it's all of it.
All
Okay.
5 gold.
I know. What? Wait, gold is like a lot. It's like a.
It's a lot to us, but it was
No,
not
it's-
enough for what I sold her that thing for.
I know, but 1 gold piece is 100 silver pieces,
Yeah.
Mhm.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Or 10.
So yeah, she hands it out and puts it in your hand.
I'm gonna, kind of keep it securely against my person.
All right, let's go adventuring and show this totally trustworthy person where I found that stone that I stupidly sold her.
I tried to find whichever clothes looked the least like what I was previously wearing.
Wait, so are we just leaving Dex's dead body on his cot?
Well, yeah, because the guard shot him. So like, if we moved it, it would look suspicious. Well, I
We did
mean,
move
it
it.
already looks suspicious because we
Yeah.
like placed it on the bed with the thing. So we
But,
don't make it
like-
look any more suspicious.
You could always put it down in that little crawl space you guys are hiding in.
That'd be okay.
Do I know anything about proper Saurian death rites? Like, do they?
No.
do they-
No.
I can't even do like a
Saurians
history
are-
test since I live in a town with lots of, or quite a bit of
Hasme,
Saurians.
that would be really disrespectful to Dex's
Oh yeah,
Dex.
totally.
Alright.
You stand there.
Oh, okay. Sounds fine to me. I don't know the customs of your people. Anyway, the mine?
Mine.
And that is where this session ends. Thank you for
Cool.
watching.